What's happening, my Jack family? Coach Scott here, jackafter40.com. This month in the Jack After 40 Club, myself and my fellow like-minded men and women over 40 are following a high-frequency 5-day full-body workout plan. I'm going to share one of those workouts here in this video today, so be sure to watch the video all the way through to the end so you see the complete workout in its entirety. I'm also going to be sharing the rationale behind what goes into designing a workout plan like this and when you should incorporate it into your yearly training plan. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. So up to this point, I've been gradually ramping up my training volume month after month. So starting on the lower end of the moderate training volume, we're looking at about 12 to 14 sets per muscle group per week. Then the moderate training volume for about 14 to 16 sets per muscle group per week, and then a training phase where I was hitting about 16 to 18 sets per muscle group per week. Now, you get around the 18 to 20 sets per muscle group per week, that's pretty high training volume. That's something that you're not going to want to keep up for too long. It's, first of all, your body is going to adapt to that training volume. And the second thing is that it can be pretty tough on your body. It's gonna beat you down if you keep it up over time. And the biggest mistake that I see with most workout plans for men over 40 is that it keeps training volume the same. There is no form of progression with training volume. And I believe that progressing your training volume is the best form of progressive overload for men over 40 who want to get jacked. So you gradually ramp up your training volume, so you're causing that progressive overload, you're creating a greater stimulus month after month, and then you get to that point where it's tougher to recover from those workouts and your body adapts. So you pull back that training volume, you add in a low volume training phase, you resensitize your muscles, so then when you get back to that lower moderate training volume, your body responds to it just as good, if not better, than it did the last go around. So definitely, if you want to get jacked after 40, be sure that you are manipulating your training volume, progressing over time, and then pulling it back. So biggest mistake that I see happen in most workout plans for men over 40. So that's usually what I'll do throughout the training year. That's the way my big picture outlook is with training, is ramping up training volume, pulling it back. But a couple times a year, usually twice a year, I will create a super compensation effect by just ramping up, going with super high training volume, a volume that my body hasn't seen in a long time, and just forces your body to change, to improve. And there's two ways that I'll go about that. One that I shared earlier in the summer was specialized training, so you're focused on 2 muscle groups at a time where you can really hit that high volume, but everything else has to be really pulled back, otherwise you just won't recover. Recovery is the most important factor when it comes to building an incredible physique after 40. So managing muscle damage and recovery is key. So super high volume, you can pick like 2 muscle groups, and then everything else has to be really low on the scale. But the other way that I like to incorporate super high volume training is by utilizing full body workouts like this high frequency training, because you're not hitting the muscles too hard each and every workout. You're just you're giving enough of a stimulus to cause some muscle damage, but not so much muscle damage where the next day you're too sore to hit them again. So I'm going to give you a complete breakdown here of the workout plan. I'm hitting legs, chest, and back with 30 sets per week. Shoulders, triceps, biceps, I'm hitting with 15 direct sets, where specific shoulder, bicep, tricep exercises. And then of course those muscle groups are going to be getting hit, like your triceps are getting hit when you're working your chest, your biceps are getting hit when you're working your back. Triceps are also getting hit when you're doing any pressing movement for the shoulder. So they're not just getting 15 sets, they're getting a lot more than those 15 sets because they are also involved in those other movements. Let's get a breakdown in this workout right now. We're going to kick the workout off with legs, beginning with 3 sets of the leg press for 12 to 15 reps, followed by 3 sets of the barbell Romanian deadlift for 10 to 12 reps. We're going with last set, best set here. So first 2 sets, leave a rep or 2 in the tank. Third set, train to momentary muscular failure. Looking at the structure here, we're training legs 5 times per week, 2 exercises per workout, One of those exercises is going to have an emphasis on the quadriceps and the other on the hamstrings. Now there's going to be some movements such as the leg press where there is an overlap, but the leg press, for example, there is extra emphasis on the quadriceps over the hamstrings. Other things I'm thinking about is how demanding the movements are. So this is a pretty demanding leg portion of the workout with these two exercises here. I wouldn't want to place too demanding leg exercises in the workout tomorrow. What I'm going to do is have two easier exercises like the leg extension and the leg curl, where I perform them for higher repetitions, just stimulating the muscles, getting the blood flowing to them. It's actually going to help speed up recovery. The third workout, I'm going to choose some more demanding exercises. Fourth workout, nice and easy movements. Fifth workout, back to the demanding movements, and then you have some time to recover afterwards. And one more point about legs is that I like to begin the workout with legs when I'm using these two demanding movements here, because I want to have all my energy. They are taxing on me. I don't want to be drained before hitting legs. But when it comes to the workouts where I'm just doing leg extensions and leg curls, I'll save them for after the chest and back portion. And speaking of that, it's time to move on to the chest portion, where we are hitting cable flies for 3 sets, 12 to 15 repetitions. This is a great way to enhance your mind-muscle connection with your pecs, get the blood pumping to them, nice and warming up the shoulder joints and everything. And just more than anything, it's just freaking awesome. It feels great to get that pump on. Then you're gonna move on to 3 sets of the bench press, where we're going for 8 to 10 repetitions. Nice controlled movement here. Don't rush through it. Work through the full range of motion. I'd rather see you go a little bit lighter, brief little pause in the bottom, and take the tension off of your joints. Don't grind these reps out. Once again, last set, best set for the bench press especially. So the first 2 sets, you're gonna leave a rep or 2 in the tank. The third set, you're gonna train to momentary muscular failure, and I don't wanna see you grinding it out. You shouldn't need a spot or 2 to help you push through that failure sticking point. Next up is the back portion of the workout, where we're kicking things off with 3 sets of the kayak rows, aiming for 8 to 10 reps each side. Very similar to the straight arm pull down, except there's a little twist at the bottom. So thinking very much like if you were in a kayak paddling or on a paddle board. This is a great movement to get the blood pumping to your lats and enhance that mind-muscle connection. You should really feel a burn here from under your armpits all the way down to the lower aspects of your lats. Really gonna carry over into the seated row. You can easily do a cable row or a hammer strength machine like I'm using here. But now you got your strong mind-muscle connection from the kayak row. You can really feel your lats working when you're doing this seated row here. You're aiming for 8 to 10 reps, 3 sets here. I think this was recorded one of my workup sets, so I think I might have hit 15 reps here. And that's the other point here. In addition to the 2 sets where you're leaving a rep or 2 in the tank, and then the last set, best set, you should do a couple workup sets where you get a feel for the movement on these big compound exercises and work your way up. It's just a great strategy for us men over 40 to prevent injury and to get the most out of each exercise. Next, you perform 3 sets of lateral raises, followed by 3 sets of easy bar curls, followed by 3 sets of rope tricep press downs, 12 to 15 reps each. While those exercises are playing in the background, I'm going to talk a bit about why this plan, full body workouts 5 times per week, is best for men over 40 who want to overreach and create that supercompensation effect that forces your body to improve and transform. And the biggest reason is how it allows you to distribute the volume throughout the training week. Now, research shows that hitting about 6 to 10 reps for a muscle group in a workout is optimal. Once you start performing more than 10 sets, you start to experience a diminishing point of return. So if you're hitting 12 sets or 14 sets, those extra 2 or 4 sets won't be as effective as the previous ones. Plus, when you start training more than 10 sets per workout, it's gonna take a lot longer for you to recover. So you won't be able to hit that muscle group again for at least several days. So when you're with this plan, we're hitting legs, back, and chest with 30 sets throughout the week. We're hitting shoulders, biceps, and triceps directly with 15 sets, plus all this indirect work that they're getting from chest and back. So if you were trying to hit 30 sets with a traditional pro split where you're only hitting each muscle group once per week, it would crush you to hit 30 sets in that workout. And you'd have 20 sets that are not effective. Those first 10 sets are the ones that are where you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. If you're following a push-pull leg split where you're hitting each muscle group twice per week, it's doable, but I mean, you're talking 15 sets per workout per muscle group, and that's 15 sets it's exhausting. I think you get to the point where it can wear on your joints, it beat you down pretty hard. So push-pull legs is a bit of a challenge. If you get to an upper-lower split or a push-pull split where you're in the gym 6 days per week and you can divide it 10 exercises per workout, now you're talking, but again, you're in the gym 6 days per week, which may be manageable for you. So it's an option to go with a push-pull or an upper or lower split, but I am finding that this 5-day plan where you're hitting 6 sets per workout, and you're able to recover. It just helps you manage muscle damage and recovery a hell of a lot better. It's surprising to see how well you recover from these workouts, how you don't feel beat up when you're only hitting 6 hard sets per workout. And again, with this movement, with the 2 exercises that we're performing for chest, 2 exercises that we're performing for back, you're starting with one of those movements. It's a nice isolation exercise, mind-muscle connection, blood pumping, not hard in the joints or anything like that. It warms you up for the bigger compound movement. So structuring it in that way is just a whole lot easier on your body, less demanding. You finish the workout feeling invigorated, empowered, strong, and ready to tackle the next workout. So it is surprising to think 5 full body workouts per week. You think, man, there's no way I can recover, but when it's only 6 sets, last set, best set, it's very easy to recover, especially when you're structuring it, the leg portion, hitting it with some demanding movements, one workout, less demanding workouts, another workout. So it's all how you structure it. In the background, you also saw the seated calf raise, which was performed for 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions, and finishing off with the ab machine, which was performed for 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions, wrapping up a fun, invigorating, full body workout. If you want to see what the entire 5-day plan looks like, following the exact same workout plan that I'm following this month, as well as fellow like-minded men and women over 40 who want to get in the best shape of their lives while living the prime of their life to the fullest, be sure to join the Jacked After 40 Club today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. And before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Hope you have yourself an absolutely amazing day. Catch you in the next video.